Okay, first of all, I would like to thank Pronabec for organizing this event. This is our first time joining Peru International Postgraduate Fair. So I'm going to share with everyone about my university, Universiti Putra, Malaysia. All right. So Universiti Putra, Malaysia, or Putra, is a leading public research university, not only in Malaysia, but also in Asia and at a global level. So at the moment, in one of the ranking, which is Green Metric World Ranking, we are ranked number 27 in the world. Number 1 in Malaysia, number 3 in Asia in that particular ranking. We also been ranked 78 in Times Higher Education Emerging Economies ranking. All right. And we started back as a School of Agriculture in 1931 and became a full-fledged university in the early 70s. We have been progressing very well and at the global level as a multidisciplinary universities. And now, thank God, and I'm proud to share with everyone that we are ranked number 10 in the world and first in Malaysia for the QS Top 50 Under 50 rankings, which also makes our university at the moment ranked at 123rd in the world in the QS University ranking, which also makes us 37th best university in Asia for the QS ranking as well. Just to share with everyone, 14 of our subjects are also ranked top 200 in the world, which makes a lot of students, interested students coming over to our university now, to pursue their higher education, not only in the undergraduate level, but also at the postgraduate, master's and PhD level. All right. So I'm going to share, another reason why UPM has become a university of choice among international students. All right. UPM is a 3,000 hectares large green campus set in a well-connected, ultra-modern strategic location. As all of you can see, these are some of the photos in our universities, in Putra universities. And just to let everyone know, we are the first university in Malaysia that has MRT station on our campus, which you can see on the right down here. And this is a river stream inside our campus. And this is the latest shopping mall in Malaysia and the most modern shopping mall, which is located next to our campus. All right. So our campus, our huge campus facilitates, is a house to a lot of facilities. All right, we can accommodate up to 20,000 students on campus. All right, we have 17 student halls that can accommodate up to 20,000 students on campus. So you don't have to worry about your accommodation. All right, we also have ultra modern research labs. All right, we have Olympic levels, sport facilities. We even have 18 holes golf course. All right, we have equine centers on our campus. We have 2 teaching hospitals. All right, for human and for animal, a vet hospital. Our vet hospital is the largest vet hospital in Asia. And just to share with everyone as well, our campus in Putrajaya is also the second largest university campus in Asia. All right. So we also have 4 museums inside our university. So this is some information. A very brief information about our campus. All right, and the reason why we are getting more and more students at the moment because of our strategic location. We are in the midway between the Kuala Lumpur city center and also Kuala Lumpur International Airport. Right, we are exactly located in Putrajaya. Putrajaya is a capital of administration for government in Malaysia. So this is where all the Prime Minister's office, all the ministries are located at. As you can see here, these are some photos in Putrajaya city center, which is where we are located at. All right. And the location is so accessible, and you can easily commute from our university to the Kuala Lumpur City Center and also to the airports. All right. And then I'm going to share another reason why UPM and Malaysia generally has become a destination of choice among international students. Of course, the first one would be the cost of living. All right, you can see here the second point here. There are 5 main reasons why Malaysia has become international students' main destination. The first one is quality education, value for money, and the second one is cost. The cost of living in Malaysia, I would say that is literally very cheap, right? You can get like 3 meals for a day. All right, you just need around $8 per day. All right, for 3 meals, which will cover your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. Maybe $8 is a bit too expensive. I would say $7 per day. All right, you can get like 3 or 4 meals in Malaysia. And not only that, the cost of living, talking about how cheap our accommodation is, and then I would like to highlight about cultural comfort as well, where Malaysia is a melting pot of culture. There are a lot of students coming over to study in Malaysia. More than 100 nationalities of students are studying here now in Malaysia. And of course, the language instruction here in Malaysia is English. All right, in our university in Putra, Malaysia, all programs, all courses are taught in English, and the quality of life here in Malaysia is I would say, is very modern. All right, even though we are Muslim country, but we are moderate and modern Muslim countries. As you can see here in the QS Best Student Cities, Kuala Lumpur is ranked #1. Okay, the most affordable city in the world. So that speaks very well about our country and about our cost of living here in Malaysia. All right. This statement will somehow describe how how competitive or how cheap cost of living and tuition fees here in Malaysia. All right, so it's 4 times lower than other universities in other part of the world. Talking about tuition fee, and 1-bedroom apartment will only cost students around $250 per month. Right, and then we talk about value for money. I'm sharing here about our ranking. All right, so you can always get. You can always get a very high quality education from highly ranked universities, and that will not break your bank. All right, so not only about the cost of living here, but the value for money that we offer to our students means a lot. You can get a degree from high ranked universities, but the fraction of cost will be compared to other parts of the world. So we are ranked at the moment 133rd in the world, and our tuition fee in our university somehow is either 1/5 or 1/4 of what other universities in other parts of the world are charging. All right, so there's a value for money that I would like to highlight here. When we talk about cultural comfort, all right, at the moment, UPM, Putra, Malaysia, we host the highest number of international students among all universities in Malaysia. At the moment, we have more than 6,400 international students, all right, that come from 90 countries that are studying in our university now. So you'll be meeting students from all corners of the world, not only Malaysian students, but also students from, everywhere, from Japanese, Koreans, talk about British, Australian, and so on. We even have students from Brazil. We even have students from Colombia studying in our university at the moment. All right. And when we talk about world-class faculty and staff, at the moment, we also have the highest number of academic staff with PhD, where 95% of our academic staff are PhD graduates, which is the highest among all universities in Malaysia as well. All right, and we also becoming a top destination for international students because we are offering a very big range of programs in our universities. We have 15 faculties, we have 11 research institutes, and we have 2 schools. Right, where at the moment we offer more than 70 master program by courseworks. All right, in all these 15 faculties, we also offer more than 300 field of study for program by research in the Master of Arts, Master of Science, PhD, and Doctor of Engineering. So all program by coursework are only offered in faculties, but program by research, right, are offered in the faculties and institutes in our universities. So because of we are having all these disciplines in our universities, there are a lot of students are coming over to our universities now. Right, we are also working closely with our industry. Our students will also be exposed to industry not only in Malaysia but also in Asia. All right, this is how we connect our students with industry. This is where UPM, we can offer a program we call PhD by industry, which I'll brief everyone later on. Right, so these are some industry linkages here in Malaysia and also in Asia that we are working closely, and this really benefits our students when it comes to their industrial exposure and preparing them for the career. And we talk about our linkages not only with industries but with our alumni all over the world. Right, some of our alumni now are vice chancellors, ministers, holding a very high position back in their country, and they are really useful when it comes to helping our student or facilitating our student with networks not only in Malaysia but also all corners of the world. All right. Now I would like to go in detail about postgraduate studies in UPM, about masters and PhD programs in UPM. So for masters program, we have coursework mode, research mode, and we have this so-called UPM ICP, International Collaborative Program, and Masters with Industry. And for PhD, we have 4 types of PhD programs that we offer. A normal PhD, and we have a PhD under UPM International Collaborative Program. We have PhD by retrospective or prior publication, and also we have PhD with industry. These are so unique that I would like to share with everyone about PhD programs that we have in our universities. All right. Before I proceed to my, in detail about the masters and PhD programs, I would like to encourage everyone to take your phone and snap this QR code. This is the portal that will lead you to all comprehensive information about our programs, our postgraduate program, talking about the programs offered and the admission requirement, etc., the tuition fee as well. So this is the page that you would like to refer to if you want to go and study here in UPM. All right. First, I would like to talk about a normal postgraduate programs, which are, masters by coursework, master by research, and also normal PhD. All right. Duration of study for master is between 1 to 3 years, and PhD in UPM is between 2 to 5 years. All right. And then program by coursework, this is like a normal master's program, which is spanning from 1 to 3 years. All right. The tuition fee is between $4,430 to $11,000 okay, for the whole duration of study. All right, this tuition fee is depending on the duration of your study and also the programs that you're taking to. And we talk about $11,000 is for 3 years MBA programs in UPM. That's the maximum for master's program you can take, which is will cost you $11,000 USD. But I mean, most of the time, students will only finish their MBA within 2 years program. That only cost them around $9,000 US. So these are some information about our program by coursework. Most of them are master's program. All right. So, and all these master by courseworks, we have 70 master program by coursework offered in these 13 faculties. Right. As I would like to repeat again, master's program by courseworks are only offered in faculties, not in the research institutes. All right. All right. Now I'll proceed to the programs by research. All right. Program by research, okay, and just to let everyone knows, at the moment we are also offering the highest numbers of field of study for research among all universities in Malaysia. All right, we have more than 300 field of study for your program by research in our universities, which will cover Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Veterinary Science, also Doctor of Philosophy in 11 institutes, 1 school, and 15 faculties. And the tuition fee for our masters and PhD by research is spanning from $3,800 USD to $9,500 USD, all right, depending on your duration of study and the cluster of research that you are taking. So this is for normal masters by research and PhD, all right. So I would like to repeat again for our program by courseworks. Okay, this is only for master's program, okay, spanning from 1 to 3 years, all right. And then for masters by research, and PhD, will take you from for master's 1 to 3 years, and for PhD from 2 to 5 years, right? And these are you can choose 300 field of studies that we offer in our universities, all right? And then these are the academic requirement, right? For master's by coursework and master by research, you got to have at least 2.75 for those for those who are fresh graduates, and for those who has working experience, all right, you can you can enter our master's program even though you are below than 2.75, but you got to have a working experience and you got to go through a very rigorous internal assessment. And for PhD studies in UPM, for a normal PhD study in UPM, you got to have a master degree, all right, or all right, you can also progress from a bachelor degree straight forward to PhD without going a master's program, with the condition that you get a first class degree during your bachelor's program, right? Okay, I repeat, to enroll in our PhD program, there are 2 ways. It's either you have a master's degree program or you graduate in the cum laude in your bachelor's degree program. Okay, with these 2 channels, you can get into our PhD programs, right? You don't, so it's very interesting where excellent students who got first class degree, they can get into our PhD program straight away without doing master. And then these are some information about our English language program. All right, you got to have band 6 for IELTS or band right, and then 5.5, 550 for TOEFL. All right, this is for you guys. The English language requirement for you to get the full offer. But if you don't get the full, if you don't reach the 6.0 or 550 for your English, you don't have to worry. You still can enter our master and PhD program, but you have to do, we call it certified intensive English program, where we have ELS center in our universities. So basically you have to register and you have to sit down for the placement test for English. All right, after you have sit down for your placement test, we will determine what level of your English at that moment, and it will determine how long you need to sit down for the CIP program. Okay, so after that, I mean, you have to reach certain point before you can get enrolled into the full program. All right. So I repeat, okay, for any student who did not reach band 6.0 or 550 in IELTS or TOEFL, they still can enroll into our master's PhD program, but they need to sit down for the certified intensive English program for a few months before they can get the full offer. Right. All right. Next, I would like to highlight about our second PhD program. We call it not PhD program, but Masters and PhD program that we call UPM ICP. All right, UPM ICP is a program that we jointly developed with our partner universities. All right, so we have at the moment around 9 partner universities. Okay, these are the benefits of enrolling in our ICP program. All right, we'll get 2 degrees from 2 universities. We're talking about scholarship and tuition fee from partner universities. We're talking about facilities and experience that they will get throughout the ICP program. So at the moment, we have around 9 partners. Actually, we have more than this. We are now renewing our partnership with Sheffield University UK, our Nottingham University UK. Now we are finalizing a few agreements with other universities as well, including University of Surrey and University of Western Australia. So these are our partner universities at the moment, where we offer joint PhD, dual PhD, co-tutel, and so on. All right, what are the difference between joint PhD, dual PhD, and co-tutel? For joint PhD, all right, you will get one certificate with 2 logo, and for the dual degree, all right, you will get 2 degrees from 2 different universities. All right, like dual PhD with Murdoch. All right, you will get 2 certificates, one from Putra Malaysia and one from Murdoch universities. So that is how dual PhD works. And for joint PhD, you will get 1 certificate with 2 logos on it, and Newcastle Australia logos on the certificate. So this is really interesting, where our students, our graduates from this program are really sought after by a lot of employers around the world, because they know that these students have gone through a very culturally experience, not only in Malaysia but also in partner universities all over the world. All right, the next program is PhD program by industry. Master and PhD program by industry. Okay, this is where we UPM work closely with industry. So students, they don't have to be in university at all time, but they will get a case study from the industry, okay, to be converted into their thesis, or to be their masters or PhD subjects. All right. So, this is how the program are implemented. All right. Students who are undergoing masters and PhD program by industry. They are required to be in Putra, Malaysia for at least 1 month, and the rest of the study they can spend their time in the industry. So, right. So the agreement will be signed between our universities and the industry partner. And at the end of the day, okay, the supervision will be done by the university and industry. And then before you finishing your study, the viva voce will be done at UPM with the president of industry as well. So the program by industry, this program by industry, I mean, like, really helps when it comes to helping the industry peoples to further improve their knowledge and their skills at the industry, but also enriching their academic ability. All right. This is so popular among, with a lot of our students. And the next and the latest PhD programs that we offer in UPM is PhD by retrospective or prior publication. This is for lecturers, okay, or academic staff. They are already in their career, but they don't have their PhD, PhD qualification yet. But they have produced a lot of publications in the cited index journal. So this is really helpful when it comes to upgrading the status of academic members who are actively publishing papers in the top journals, but they are yet to get their PhD levels. So we just get their publication to be converted into thesis, into PhD thesis. So this will definitely help with their career progression. All right. And this is how the programs and the admission process is being conducted. First, the applicants need to write an application. Then there will be a lot of assessment. There will be few assessment process in place, like interview, and then submission for institute approval, etc. And then the structure would be their previous publication, okay, will be converted into thesis, right, where there are certain criteria that they have to meet in order for the thesis or for their publication to be converted into a thesis. All right, this is quite interesting. This is really new, right? Where we like to help the progression of academic staff that already published in a lot of journals but yet to get their PhD. Right. Now I would like to share about our financial assistance for our international students in our universities. All right. So we have fellowships, assistantship, scholarship, and grants for our students to attend attachment and international presentation. When we talk about fellowships, all right, students, they are at the moment we have one scheme under fellowship. We call it graduate research fellowships. This is where the fellowships will be given partial fee waive. At the same time, they will be given stipend allowance as well. All right, but they are required to do some publications because that is the obligation of that's the main purpose or the main role of a fellow, a research fellow. And the second thing is that assistantship. We have a graduate research assistantship and special graduate research allowance scheme. So this is where some student will be given fee waive and also stipends to help them with their daily life and tuition fee as well. And then we have scholarships. We have IGSS, International Graduate Student Scholarship, Putra Alumni Scholarship Scheme, Fee Exemption Incentive for Sponsor Scheme. Okay, FE, we call it FACE. FACE is a scheme in form of a discount to sponsors that are sending their students to our universities. Let's say the Peruvian government would like to send students to our university. Let's say they send around 10 students, then we can discuss with them to give a discount or scholarship or fee exemption instead to their students sponsored by Peruvian government. So so those are some examples about FEISS. And we are also working closely with a lot of international bodies like SIARCA and Association of Commonwealth University for the Queen Elizabeth Scholarship. All right. And then, as I mentioned before, we also have some grants for our students to travel abroad. So these are, like a summary of internal financial assistance that we offer in UPM. All right. For the GRF that I mentioned before, it will cover a tuition fee, monthly allowance. And then, of course, you have to, produce publication, etc. And then for GRA, the package somehow will be the same. For SGRA, it's going to be a bit different. You will not be given tuition fee waiver. So these are, right. Same goes to other program as well. And then for IGSS, you'll be given tuition fee waiver, but will not cover your stipends or monthly allowance. And then same, same goes to Putra Alumni Scholarship Scheme. We also, for the fee scheme, as I mentioned just now, it will only cover your tuition fee waiver, and it will not cover your monthly allowance. So different scholarship and different type of financial assistance will cover different types of assistance to our students. So yes, we have so many scholarships, so many assistantships that we can offer to our international students. And we really welcome every one of you to study in our universities at the master's and PhD levels. So these are some international grant and scholarship that we receive from our consortium. All right. We are working closely with SIARCA. We are working closely with Southeast Asian University Consortiums. All right. As I mentioned before about Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarships, right? This is under ACU, and we are working with Organization for Women Science for the developing world. So where they will sponsor women scientists, all right, to study in Malaysia, including UPM, all right. Yeah, and not to be forgotten, besides our financial assistance, we also provide support services for our postgraduate students in order to help them with their, with their postgraduate journey, talking about thesis writing, talking about their professional development, editorial services, etc. So that our student will be graduated on time, will be exposed to the international and world-class education, and also to help them to prepare with their career, right? So these are some social network sites that I would like to, maybe some of you would like to follow and, getting some more information about our program in our universities, right? And again, I would like to encourage everyone to take your phone out, scan this QR code. This QR code will lead you to the prospective students portal in our School of Graduate Studies website. All right. Thank you. Gracias. Thank you for your time.